here. Did you have a good week? Yeah? Did you do anything special? Did you have any days off from school this week? Oh, why did you have a day off from school? Why did you have a day off from school? Jen? Who was Martin Luther King? He was a king? Oh, okay. Who was he? Let's get Evangeline and Manny's little person here.
Baptist pastor.
Oh, wow, I'm impressed. That's really. Did he do anything special? Did he do anything special? Does anybody know? Go ahead, Andy. Want to tell us? He knows, but he's a little shy. Do you know if he did anything special? Okay, then let me ask you this. What did he have? He said, okay guys, he said, I have a what? Say it loud. Say it loud. Oh, he said, I have a dream. What was his dream about? What was his dream, Julia?
To turn the world upside down.
That's an excellent answer. That's what he wanted to do, to turn the world upside down. In what way, Selena?
To make it that all the people can do the same thing.
Excellent. He had a dream that everybody would be able to be equal. So nobody, Nina, would be discriminated against. That's a big word. But you know that he had that special dream and he said in his dream that his little children who were black could hold hands with little white children. So his dream was that everybody would be equal. And you know what? A lot of us have dreams. Do you guys have dreams ever? Yeah? Because I'm going to tell you a story about a man that had a dream. My son and his wife, who are not here, Daniel and Carmen, had a dream. That they would get a little girl from China. And you know what? Their dream came true because a week from tomorrow, they're traveling all the way to China to get a little girl that didn't have a mother or father. And they're going to bring her home, and she's going to be my new granddaughter. So we're excited about that dream. But I want to tell you a story about a man who had a dream. This was a little old man who lived in a very small house in a place that was full of garbage. In fact, his house had a window that looked out on the dump. Do you know what a dump is? A dump is where you put all the things you don't want. And all he saw outside his window was a bunch of tin. It was sort of like this thing, which is made out of tin. It's not very pretty, is it? And he saw a lot of garbage that nobody wanted. So every day, this little old man would sort and sift all the garbage, and he would burn it and he would bury it, but then people would come and they would dump more garbage. But he had a dream like Martin Luther King. And you know what his dream was? His dream was, Emma, that he would have someday some beautiful flowers there, and that he would have lots of animals there. But do you know what? There were no animals that lived outside his window, and there were no flowers. All he saw was garbage. One day he had an idea, and in his idea he decided that he would make his own forest full of animals and full of pretty flowers. But all he had was tin and garbage. Do you know what? He worked very hard with what he had, and he made a forest, and I'm going to show you a picture of what his forest looked like. Do you think it's a pretty forest? pretty, is it? But do you know what he did? He used the things that he had to make what he had in his idea, in his mind, because he had a dream. One day, a little bird came flying to his place. He had never seen a bird fly where he was before. And the bird started singing his beautiful songs. And he was so excited because now he had somebody there that gave him beautiful music. He went to bed that night really excited, but guess what? When he woke up in the morning, the bird was gone. And all day he was sad and his heart ached because he still didn't have anybody. And so that night he prayed to God that God would send him back the bird. And do you know what happened, Gabriella? Do you know what happened? The bird came back one day, and the bird brought a mate with him. And so now there were two birds. And you know what they had in their mouth? They had seeds in their mouth. What happens with seeds? What happens with seeds?
They could be flower seeds.
Excellent. They made things grow, and eventually this man's dream came true. You want to come up and help me? This man's dream came true because he had a garden, and all of a sudden all the beautiful flowers grew. And he had a lot of birds that were singing because the birds kept reproducing and having more birds. And suddenly that man's dream came true. You know, that's sort of like the Christian. If you believe in Christ and you look at all the bad things that are happening here on earth with all the floods and the fires and all the guns and the war and all of that, it's sort of like what he lived in at first. But what's going to happen when Jesus comes back? What's going to happen when Jesus comes back? Does anybody know?
I do.
You do, Emma?
He's gonna get all the birds in heaven.
And what's heaven gonna look like?
He is gonna get all the poisonous snakes in heaven.
Are they gonna be friendly with us?
Yeah.
Is it gonna be pretty?
Yeah.
I think so too. Thank you, Emma, for helping me out. So what I want, whoops, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were there. So what I want you guys to do is have a dream like Martin Luther King. And I want you, I'll wait till you're listening. Thank you, Sam and Andy. I want you to have a dream that someday you will be in a beautiful place like that man's place was, and you will go to heaven. Would you like that dream? Say yes if you'd like that dream.